All right, good morning, sixth graders. Today we're going to talk about lessons 10.4 and 10.5. If you don't have a calculator, you're going to want one for these lessons. And both lessons are on finding the area of a trapezoid. And to find the area of a trapezoid, I'm giving you the two formulas right now that you're going to need for this lesson. You're going to need to know how to find the area. To find the area of a trapezoid, you take base 1 plus base 2 times the height, and you divide it by 2. And that's going to give you the area. And that's what you're going to have to find on most of the problems for today. So if you know that formula, that's the one that's going to come in the most handy. The second one you're going to need to know, sometimes they give you the area, but they don't give you the height of the trapezoid. So this is how you find the height of it. You take the area, which they're going to give you, times 2, and then you divide it by base 1 plus base 2. And if you look, that's really just the opposite of the formula that we have up above. So if you don't have those two formulas written down, you're going to want those. So I'll give you just a second to get those written down before we go through some examples. And if you don't have a calculator, you're going to want that too. I don't have my trusty videotaping partner today, so you're going to get me with my iPad, and I'm going to do the best I can of moving my iPad around here so that I can work and help you guys at the same time. So here we go. Our first problem for today is this, and it's right out of the book. So if you want to find that problem. So if you remember your area or your formula, it is base 1 plus base 2. So we'll just call this base 1. So that's 8. This is base 2. Okay? And we'll call that 5. Okay? Times the height. Okay? Times the height. This, I know, is the height. Not this. This is the slant. Okay? I know this is the height because it has the two right angles. So times 4. No, my pen's not writing very good. Sorry. Times 4, and then divided by 2. So all that is just putting the numbers into the formula. And then if you have a calculator, which I have right here in front of me, I'm going to take 8 plus 5 times 4 divided by 2 equals 18. So the area of this trapezoid then would be 18 meters squared. Remember, anytime you find the area of something, it's always label squared. So that's the area of that trapezoid. Not too difficult. Okay. All right. Our second problem for today. And again, oops, there we go. Sorry about that. If you follow the formula that I gave you. All right, so it's going to be 20, because we'll go with this base first, and then plus base 2, which is 9, times the height, which in this case, here's the right angle, here's the right angle, so I know this is the height, so times 15, and then the divided by 2. And then if you just go to your calculator, 20 plus 9 times 15 divided by 2 equals 87.5. So the area is going to equal 87.5 meters squared. As long as you know the three things, base 1, base 2, and the height, and then you just add, multiply, and then always divide by 2. All right, so I did 2 examples finding the area. Now we're going to go 2 examples finding the height. So here's the first one. And what I did is here's base 1, here's base 2, and I took these right out of your book too, out of the practice problems. And then here's the area. And then the question that we're trying to answer is what is the height? So here was that formula to figure out height. So height equals, and now if I just plug in what I know that the area is 99 times 2 divided by base 1 plus base 2. Base 1 is 3.2 plus base 2, which is 10. And now I'm just going to take my calculator. Okay? And I'm going to go 99 times 2, which equals 198. So I have 198 divided by 13.2, because that's what 3.2 plus 10 is 13. So if I go on my calculator and I take 198 divided by 13.2, I'm going to get 15. So the height is going to equal 15. Again, don't make it any harder than what it is. Just plug in the numbers that you know to the formula that I'm giving you. Nathan, could you turn that down just a little? And I have one more example for you. Okay, so if you know, base 1 is this, base 2 is that, and again, this is coming right out of the book. The area is 500 inches. So then what is the height? So let's go ahead and plug in our numbers that we know. We know that the height equals 500 times 2 divided by, here's our numbers, 12.5 plus 27.5. Okay, now if I do the math that I know that 500 times 2 is 1,000 divided by, I'm going to do this one, 12.5 plus 27.5, and I'm going to get 40. So I'm going to get height equals, if I do my math, 1,000 divided by 40 equals 25. So I know that the height is 25 inches. And these are not squared because all you're trying to do is find one of the parts of the area. The area, when we gave it to you, was squared. So